Hey everyone, so this is going to be my first commentary thing, so please bear with me if this is a little bit weird. I haven't done this in a while. A little bit myself, if you didn't know already. My name is Dix, and I'm a competitive player that plays for the Clan Kings of Anarchy. Started competitive COD in MW3 with a team called the Fang Knights, and after taking a break after BO2, decided to come back with this amazing team. Main reason why I'm putting this out is just because we announced we're starting our new esports team for Black Ops 3. We want to aim for top placements for the Black Ops 3 World League that's been announced for Activision. Since there's like $3 million split between the whole season, and then there's a greater chance for just amateur teams and amateur players in general to start off and just get to the top. So, first, I just want to start out with what's happening in the background here. I believe this is the last game that we played for the Clan Wars on Saturday, but I don't think this win counted since it's actually over the time limit. It was definitely the most closest game out of them all, I would say. That's really why I used it. I don't really use like 40 and 10 gameplays or anything with the Bell, just because, you know, the closer games just seem more exciting to me, or just using worse guns in general and getting KD seems better. So, believe we held a 60 or 7 point lead over most of the game until near the end, when they made a close comeback. You'll see that with the last hard point, but there's issues with the video near the end, so you didn't get the last kill cam, but really we just won 190 to 78. I'm not sure if this is going to be a thing I'm doing often, but I'll see if I can roll these out more often. Enough rambling here, so the main point of this video is to talk to you about communication while playing COD. Doesn't really matter if you're a competitive player or even a casual player. This will make you a better player in general, and just helps the team win. It's something that usually gets overlooked a lot. Even if it's not overlooked, it's not really done correctly for the most part. What I've seen. Communication is just really a big part of that skill gap between pro players and amateur players. You can really have amazing gun skill, map awareness, and all that, strategies, but if you're not communicating with the team, that's usually what brings down the whole team in general. If you can't balance those out, you just can't get anywhere. I guess the first tip I have for all of you, basically, is watch a pro team playing at the LAN. Let's say at a UMG tournament or an MG tournament, they'll do listens in with the team, and then basically you can listen in to what their communication is. If you listen to an amateur team versus a pro team, you can tell right away that an amateur's team communication is not really as good, and it's not as present as a pro team, if that makes any sense. There usually be like gaps in between their talking, there'll be silence and all that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is just usually what most people think communication is. You'll usually hear the term call-out being thrown around. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when someone dies. So say, for example, that guy was top green, or that guy was top blue. You know, there's a ton more, and if you're only doing that, it's not good enough. Even if you're doing callouts while you see players, and even if it's very constant, it's still not good enough. What you need to do is focus on communicating with your team, where you are and where you spawn. So once again, let's say you're playing and you die, and you say, oh hey, there's a guy bottom orange, spawn in and you see someone and you say, oh, there's a guy bottom snow. And it usually goes on the whole game like that. You play, right? You die and call them out, and then maybe you see a guy that's running to a certain location and you call them out. It's alright. It's not bad communication per se. And that's usually fine for the pubs and all that, because you're not playing at a competitive level. But when you're playing competitively, it's not good enough to be at the top. And I'm criticizing myself as well. This happens to me as well. There's a break in between. It's just because of that giant break competitively. I just need to get back in that mindset. So a good example of communication is, let's say, alright, I got bottom green spawn, I'm pushing my flank. Alright, we got this push, let's push this field hard, you know. get the hill. He's behind a car on the hill. Alright, we need the people rotating. We got 10 minutes on it. Not 10 minutes, 10 seconds on it. Top glass, he killed me. Alright, I got bottom green spawn. Let's push this hill, guys. Let's rotate. And, you know, keep going. Like, going through the whole game like that. And basically just keep that rolling. Big problem I see with a lot of people, and myself usually, is that they'll say that and then they'll just pause, right? They killed them, you know, there's a big silence, and then you're not communicating with your team, and that basically pulls down the whole team. Another thing that goes with that is when you die and you feel like it was a bullshit kill. When people die, they tend to say, "Oh, that was a BS kill. How didn't he die?" Right? It's fine to do that sometimes, right? You don't want to keep doing that, but if you are gonna say that, you have to say it afterwards. After your call out, you can't be, "Oh, that guy killed you. That was BS," and then say your call out, because that time in between you say your call out is crucial, and you want to do that like right away. The main thing here is, like, when you have one guy on your team giving out really good communication, it gives everyone on the team the motivation to do the same thing. It's like if a player gets a lot of kills and getting hyped up, it motivates everyone else to do their best. Like I said, it's really something that gets overlooked when you're playing, so I think, you know, just working on that, don't be afraid to talk, basically. You just gotta say out those positions, and you gotta know what those positions are. Go into a lobby, and then just practice with yourself, or practice with your team, going through the map and all that jazz. So, I guess that should be it, guys. Hopefully this video helped you in some way or the other. If not, give you some insight in something. So, I'll catch you guys later.